Welcome to SEAG Productions. Good evening, I'm Stephan Sookram. In about half an hour we will bring you some of the hottest drivers in the Group 1 and 2 division of the Ghana Motor Racing and Sports Club's 2013 Race of Champions third leg. We have some Group 2 drivers as well. Dhanraj and Shan Seejatan have both confirmed that they will be on. You can get a chance to ask them your questions in just over 30 minutes. So do remember to post your questions on the live stream, post it on our Facebook page, and we will ask those questions. Good evening, and as promised, we at SEAG Productions bring to you again another preview of the CMRC 2014 as well as the Ghana Motor Racing and Sports Club's Race of Champions third leg. I'm Stephan Sookram.
And I am Sahsha Hamza, his co-host.
A lovely co-host for the evening, I must say. We're going to take you through the next half an hour to 45 minutes of racing. We have some very special guests tonight, but before we get into that, here is what the show is all about. Here's what CMRC is all about.
It's a top, my selector. Ta.
And we're back here on SEAG Productions. We hope you enjoyed that video. What we have now is a special competitor on set. He's a newbie, Nazim Gafoor.
Yes.
Nazim, how old are you?
Hi, first of all, my name is Nazim Gafoor. I'm 18 years old and I will be participating in GMR&SC Group 1 this year.
How long have you been racing?
Well, originally I began as a drag racer, but then I always had a thing for circuit race. That's decided, to try my luck this year.
We're going to pause here for a bit. We want to remind you that you can post your questions on our live stream or on our Facebook. You can ask whatever you feel to ask. Whatever you ask, we will ask. Continue with our interview. What made you move from drag racing to circuit racing? What was it about?
Yeah, well, I always see that circuit race, people always, say that anyone to drive in a straight line, you know, not anyone going to turn the tire. I always had to think, you know, to the side, you know.
Now, I saw you at the track on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
How do you think you were competitive?
I think I'm pretty okay, you know. I have some tough competitors, you know, like Azad and Daniel and a few others.
Is that Daniel is like yourself? He used to drag and he is now in circuit racing. Why do you identify Daniel as one of your key competitors?
Because he's, I think he's 2013 champion and he's a very competitive driver.
Very competitive driver.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me basically what's on the hood of your car.
Basically, Group 1 is a stock group for beginners, you know, so it's a stock 5 group.
Roger Singh wants to know what type of car do you have?
Toyota Glanza. Yes.
How prepared are you for racing, mentally, physically, knowing that you're going out there, you're going up with Group 1? Group 1 is beginners still, but Group 1 also has a lot of action. It's also one of my favorite groups because there's where you see who can be the future of motor racing.
That's true. Well, you know, a bit nervous, you know. It's fourth time racing, you know.
You're getting over those nerves, like out there Sunday. You didn't look quite nervous to be honest. You look pretty smooth driving.
Yeah, well, you know, I can keep it.
You've got about 6 days left. What else do you have to do on that car, or what else do you have to do personally?
Yes, it's just, the car is just race ready, you know.
So you could jump in tomorrow
And race.
fire up, throw in fuel,
Yeah,
and you
but
good to go.
I'll have to change, you know, for race.
Well, that was Nazim Gafoor. I see no more questions being posted here. We'll take a short break, look at some Group 2 clips, and be back with some of the Group 2 drivers. Stay tuned.
CMRC and local up to. I like to get the water. You can't tell me the one. Behind the green over. The one boss here, look at the one side. Yeah.
except when you lose control, and then you have sand, and then there's some dirt, and then you have to wash the car. Anyhow, it doesn't bother me. I send the car to the car wash anyway. But while you were watching that video, I took some time to catch up with my co-presenter, who is a fan of Top Gear, by the way. And her favorite car is
The McLaren MP4 12C, which was featured in their latest tour of Italy, Best Road Trip. It was racing against the Lamborghini Aventador.
Incidentally, the McLaren rather is one of my favorite cars. One of the top 10 cars that I would like to own. Probably next to Bugatti and Starlet for some reason or another. I just love Starlets. They're pretty cool. And you saw a lot of them in that video just now. But we have some more clips for you. Before we go to that, coming up after this clip, we have two of the top Group 2A drivers in Shan, Seejatan and Dhanraj. I can tell they're eager to get on set to go at each other on the track. We're not going to have them going at each other anyway here, but they're going to answer questions from you and myself in a couple of moments after this video. We're back here on SC Productions. Now, as we promised before that clip, we have two Group 2 drivers, Dhanraj and Shan Seejatan. So these two gentlemen have been in motor racing for a combined total of probably what, 20 years if I'm Exactly. Getting old. Really getting old.
Yeah.
Look good for 30 years though.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Anyway, Andre, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you drive at SC.
Well, I drive a Volkswagen Golf. I believe it's the only Volkswagen in the Caribbean. It's a 1900 8-valve, and we'll be running the Caribbean Championship for this year.
Sean, on the other hand, has something quite different. Sean, tell us what you have exactly.
Well, I have a Honda Civic K20 motor in it. It's pretty much stock built. Working on the suspension and stuff in it right now.
Okay, Sean, I'm going to come back to you. You recently made a switch from Toyota to Honda. How has that switch been for you?
It's been a very big switch because it's a lot of power difference, because I was running 4AG 16 RCC, went to K20. It's 2 liter. Big power difference. It's a drastic change.
Andre, your Volkswagen 1900
8-valve.
8-valve. What's the power like in that?
It's 170 horsepower. Not much. Like the K20 is like 250.
It's actually 220.
220, okay.
No, that's not have it here. Take it to the track on Sunday.
But we tried with it because we had a bit of rule change mid-year. So we had time to prepare a new motor.
But how does your 170 fit this 250?
Well, we're going to see what happened on Sunday. We can see what the 170 going to do. The German 170 compared to Japanese 170.
Where have I heard that battle before? Anyhow, I'm gonna worry with that. Andre, personally, how are you looking for something?
Well, me personally, we got the cars coming up from Barbados. Extremely powerful. Sean can tell you about that.
Yeah, they're very fast and well built.
And well built. A lot of money spent on them because I believe the private sector in Barbados, they invest heavily in the motor racing.
Yeah, very good sponsorship and stuff like that.
Comparison to Guyana, where we don't have any sponsors, the private sector is not interested. I don't believe the private sector is interested in any sports.
Well, here is your chance to get the private sector invested. You just told them you have a 170 HP car sitting on your garage, ready to drive. Dhanraj has been in this thing for since 30 years. I think it's time you guys show him a little bit of faith, give him some sponsorship. While you're on that sponsoring note, we at SC Productions also need your assistance because doing this is not cheap. Anyhow, we'll get back to that in a few. Sean, you built your car, ran the last meet, you had a reasonably good meet. What have you changed from then to now?
Well, we rebuilt the engine. We messed around with the suspension a lot. We haven't even run testing the cars yet. So we're hoping to go tomorrow and give you feedback on what's going on with it.
I have a question here from a Mr. Singh again. Sean, what's your lap time? He's asking with the 20K.
My lap time the last race meet I think was 39 second flat.
39 flat.
Yeah, but that group is actually running in 38 right now. So
You're a bit behind the pace, but you said you still have work to do on the car.
we are currently doing work in suspension.
Andre, the same question to you. What are your average lap times at SD?
We're doing about 39 too.
Oh, so you guys are on par, 271.
Yes,
251, 70, 39 seconds.
39.
I think I have a bicycle that can do that.
Faster, huh?
I think I have a bicycle with a 10 speed.
But I think he's running less weight because of his CC. He's running
Right.
less CC than me. So
Okay.
Is
Well,
he
you-
running-
you gotta
is he
take-
running less weight now? That's a bit debatable.
You got a 10 speed, so you got to run more weight. At 2,000 pounds, I know you know.
Mine is 2 HP. 1, 2. That's all I got. I ain't got none more.
Alright.
Alright. Sean, you know the major guys. You might not have toured, but you know the guys. You've seen them here.
I've tried with them.
Who do you peg as your biggest threat comes on?
They have, I can't remember the guy's name, but from Barbados, I think we got 2K20.
Yes, 2K20s.
I think the Thompsons,
Thompson
Thompson,
Brothers, Kurt,
yes.
and
and also Snapper, the 4AG.
Yes, the
two
4G
American
car.
cars.
Yeah.
They're- And also we got our local guys, Shiraz and
there's
Chet.
Shiraz and Chet as well.
Everybody's doing good, so
Incidentally, both Shiraz and Chet were supposed to be on tonight, but they are still fixing their cars. We do excuse them. We're going to try to get them on another night. Andre, you went to Barbados. You said you went to Barbados. You saw these guys drive at home. You know how they drive at home.
Right.
What are you going to do on Sunday? What do you think you can do to stop Barbados drivers?
Well, there's not much we can do. We can just all together score more points. Guyana got to try to score more points.
that's our aim for us local drivers. We will try our best to score as much points in team drive, to score as much points as possible.
There-
It's not really about us, it's about earning points for our country.
At the end of
That's
the
our
day,
aim.
Yes, it's accumulating points so Guyana. So Guyana
Can
Score.
score the most.
well, we're not
trying to
far,
score.
we're not far off in those points. And I think we're third, but we're a very close third. If my facts serve me right.
Right.
We're very close there. So if you guys carry out this team principle that you're speaking of, this team driving, I'm pretty sure that Ghana can walk away with the championship. Andre,
Yes.
question for you from Joel. Why did you choose the Volkswagen from some of the other popular cars?
We've been racing Volkswagen 10 years and we still racing it. I think I've inherited the car from Mark Vera. He used to run it years ago and we've stuck with it.
And it's serving faithfully from then till now.
Yes, from in the last 10 years.
Sean, why the switch to Honda though?
The availability of parts for 4AG, it's not there. I mean, for the Honda, you can buy anything you want. The availability of parts is there.
Alright, final question for you, Sean. What do you think sets your Honda apart from the Honda of Shiraz Roshan or the Honda of Czech Singh?
Well, there's nothing setting us apart right now. It's just the drivers. I think my car should be up to par with them now. It's all about the drivers.
I think your natural ability will be enough to hold those guys in bay or keep in that team driving that you mentioned just now.
Well, at least that's my aim, and you always aim to be the best.
Okay, guys, thank you very much, Andre, Dhanraj, Shan, Seejatan, Group 2 drivers. Remember to come out Sunday, support them, support the entire meet. It's Ghana Motor Racing and Sports Club's third leg of the Race of Champions, as well as the Caribbean Motor Racing Association's championship. Take a look at this video while we get some more.
Thank you.
Welcome back to SCAG Productions. This preview into the CMRC 2014 as well as the Ganamode Racing and Sports Club Race of Champions 2014 third leg. We are about to wrap up here. Before we go, we're going to ask each of our drivers their final thoughts ahead of Sunday start with Mr. Gafoor.
Yes, well, I think viewers should come out and support the CMRC 2014.
Shan, your responses and your final thoughts.
I'd like to thank Special Auto, Top Power Racing, Fullworks for supporting me, and I encourage the viewers to come out and support us. It's going to be a fun, packed day.
Sorry, Mr. Gafoor, you didn't get a chance to make
Yes,
responses.
I'd like to thank TNRC Foods and Seejatan to make the car possible for this.
And of course, Mr. Dhanraj, you have a couple of seconds to ask for some sponsorship, as well as your final thoughts come Sunday.
Well, I believe this will be the biggest event in Guyana for this year, right?
Yes.
And it will be spectacular. I hope viewers, Guyanese people come out, support the event. And it's going to be the end of the CMRC for 2014,
It is going to be the end of that as well.
the final leg. So we have a lot of visitors coming, and we hope that we get a lot of spectators from Guyana.
Okay guys, we want to thank you again for coming out, taking the time out. We know this is a busy week for each and every one of you here. You guys have got the cars in the shop, getting them done last minute. But again, we want to thank you all. We want to thank you for tuning in. Do remember to stay tuned to SCAG Productions. We have more for you. Tune in again from 21 hours tomorrow evening. On behalf of the technical teams, the guys behind the set, my interviewees, and my lovely co-host who wants to say something special.
I really hope to see you guys there this Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. Just come out, bring the family, be there.
Alright, goodbye for now. Starting from 21 hours tomorrow, join SC Productions for their coverage of CMRC Round 3 as well as the Ghana Motor Racing and Sports Club's 2014 Race of Champions third leg. Where we take a look at groups 1 through 4 as well as Superbikes and the CMRC competition.